My dear students, now we discuss Unit 5 Synchronous Motors. Already synchronous generators, alternators are over. Now we discuss synchronous motors. So what is the synchronous motors? Motor, we know that the motor is which converts electrical energy to mechanical energy. But what is the difference between synchronous motors and another motors are? Synchronous motors are rotated constant speed. Already we know the term synchronous means is a constant speed motors. In normal induction motor or DC motors, whenever the load applies, the motor's speed will be decreases. But in case of synchronous motor, the speed is constant. Whatever the load, the motor is rotates constant speed. If you put the overload in synchronous motor, the speed not increases or decreases above or below speeds, but it is out of synchronism. It falls out of synchronism. That is called stability problem. Already that discussing later. So while coming to the construction of synchronous motor, so the constructionally alternator or synchronous motors both are same. Depend upon applications, depend upon input given. Whenever the electrical supply is given, that will converted into mechanical energy. Whenever the mechanical energy is given, that will converted into electrical energy. Depending upon supply, that will act as a motor or generator. At any machine, there is a depending upon input that will act as a motor or generator. Constructionally, all are same. So already we know the synchronous motors or synchronous generators are two types. One is saliency. Saliency means xt minus xq. That is the term saliency means xt minus xq. Another one is non-salient or cylindrical pole structure. So synchronous machines are the doubly excited device. Stator excited with AC supply, rotor excited with DC supply. The stator having stator winding. We see here the slots, number of slots. The winding is placed. There is a stator winding or armature winding. In the rotor, the field winding is placed. Whenever a three-phase supply is, so here we apply the mechanical energy that convert into in motor we give the electrical energy that will convert into mechanical energy. The term mechanical energy means the rotation. The rotation of rotor is nothing but mechanical energy. Whenever conductor placed in a magnetic field, it will experience a force. The force causes the torque produced in a machine. So this is a salient pole rotor, field winding, DC supply. The synchronous motors are not self-starting motors. So why they are not self-starting means, please hear, the rotor rotates in clockwise direction. So there are poles set in stator as well as rotor, because stator also we given to the three-phase supply. The stator having poles, rotor having poles. The stator south pole, rotor north poles is aligned. What happens? Unlike poles are repel each other. If north to north, stator north and rotor north poles are interact each other, what happens? Like poles are like north pole and like poles are repel each other. Unlike poles are attract each other. Like south north means attract each other. North north is repel each other. This causes what happens? So every off rotation there is a repulsion, another off rotation there is a attraction. Every off cycle there is a repulsion, another off cycle there is a attraction. This process is continuous. So that causes there is no rotation in rotor, because every off rotation repel and another off rotation attract. This causes the rotor does not rotate any direction. So if you using another machine, if you rotate, if you using another machine, if you rotor turn to one direction, that direction, the rotor direction is continuously rotating on that direction. So please see here, the north and south poles, unlike poles, are attract each other, north and south. So this is a rotation of magnet 1, this is a magnet 1, this is a magnet 2. Tremendous force of attraction here. So please see here, the north to north repel each other. Please see the direction. South to south repel each other. But in the another half cycle, what happened? South to north repel, south to north repel. Here, so here attraction, This diagram gives attraction, this diagram gives repulsion. Because this diagram gives the repulsion, this diagram gives attraction. That causes the rotor does not rotate any direction. So if you need to start the induction motor, we use separate machines. That is a starting of synchronous motor using an induction motor. First one is, we directly couple a small induction motor or pony motor with the synchronous motor, small pony motor. Note here that the number of poles of the induction motor should be less than the synchronous motor, else it will never be able to achieve synchronous speed of the synchronous motor. This is because an induction motor always has a speed less than the synchronous speed, and for it to become equal to the synchronous speed of the synchronous motor, its own speed has to be increased. After the rotor of the synchronous motor is brought to the synchronous speed, we switch on the DC supply to the rotor. After that, we simply decouple the induction motor from the synchronous motor shaft. Starting a synchronous motor using DC machine. It is similar to above method, with a slight difference between the two is a DC machine is coupled to the synchronous motor. The DC machine works like a DC motor initially and brings the synchronous motor to synchronous speed. Once it achieves the synchronous speed, the DC machine works like DC generator and supplies DC to the rotor of the synchronous motor. This method offers easy starting and better efficiency than the earlier method. So another important method for starting off synchronous motor is by using damper windings. Damper windings are additional winding consisting of copper bars placed in the slots in the pole faces. The end of copper bars are short circuited. This winding behaves as the rotor of an induction motor. When the three-phase supply is supplied to the motor starts running as an induction motor at a speed below synchronous speed. After some time, DC supply is given to the rotor. The motor gets pulled into synchronism after some instant and starts running as a synchronous motor. When the motor reaches synchronous speed, there is no induced EMF in the damper winding anymore, and hence they do not have any effect now on the working of the motor. This is the most commonly used technique for starting of synchronous motor. So the starting of synchronous motor using slip ring induction motor. Here we connect one external rheostat in series with the rotor. The motor is first started as a slip ring induction motor. The resistance is gradually cut off as the motor gains speed. When it achieves near synchronous speed, DC excitation is given to the rotor and is pulled into the synchronism. Then it starts rotating at a synchronous motor. So phasor diagram discuss later.